We will bake a bandit's roll from beef flank. I have here 3 slices of beef flank, which is actually the side. And from matured pieces, you can even make steaks. Cover the meat with plastic wrap and pound it. If you're a friend of Greta and have some phobia about the plastic wrap, pound it without it, but the mallet will stick to it. And it will have a bad shape. Salt and pepper the pounded meat and spread it with crushed garlic and a bit of salt. Rosemary is not usually added, but I already had it at home. Lay English bacon on the meat. Or thinly sliced homemade smoked bacon. Fold the edges of the meat towards the center. The roulade will look better and hold together better. Use the plastic wrap to roll it up and tighten it as you go. Tie the meat with butcher's twine, so it doesn't unravel during cooking. We've seen this method with roast beef. Salt and pepper the outside as well. Wrap it in foil and let it rest in the fridge for 12 to 24 hours. Put a bit of lard in the pan and nicely sear the roulades on all sides. You don't need to crank the stove up to full blast. Something like 3/4 is enough. Place the seared roulades in a baking dish or an oven-safe pot. Add smoked bacon to the pan and let it render. Add onions and brown them on half power. Finally, add 3 cloves of garlic and pour in the broth. Bring to a boil, deglaze the fond, and pour over the roulades. Cover with a lid and pop it in the oven. Top-bottom heat 150 degrees Celsius 2 to 3 hours. Turn the meat halfway through cooking. I tested it after 2 hours and 20 minutes. It depends on the quality of the meat, the height of the roulade, and also how your oven bakes. I drained the juice, covered the meat with aluminum foil, and returned it to the oven on the keep warm setting. You can thicken the sauce with a roux made from lard and let it simmer, or reduce it to the fat and then thicken it. You'll know the right time has come when you see that. The fat is separating. Approximately 1 tablespoon of all-purpose flour per half liter of sauce. I used 2. Let the flour dance on the base for a few minutes so it gets nicely browned. Gradually whisk and add about 1 liter of water. You already have the flavors from the broth in there. Let it simmer for 15 to 20 minutes. The sauce is bubbling, the base for the leaf spinach is ready, and the dumplings are heating up. In the end, you can strain the sauce through a fine sieve to make it smooth, but feel free to leave it rustic. Finish and polish it with a spoonful of cold butter, which you whisk in. If you slice the roulade straight, you'll have narrower slices. But if you cut it at an angle like this, you'll get wider ones. And if you learn this dish, Pepik, you can easily date 2 girls at once. The closest I ever got to dating 2 girls in my life was when I was dating 1 girl. Outlaw roulade, leafy spinach, festive dumpling. See ya.